Hi, today is October 7th, 2025, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 1556 for the year, Bucket of Utensils. The small bucket of utensils there on the table were so perfect and so useful and so utilizable that even though it's been 7 days since I saw the bucket, I can't get it out of my head. I'm not saying that I wish I could get it out of my head. Rather, I am saying that if I wanted to get the bucket out of my head, I couldn't. Poem number 1557, Why Not That? Why not that? It's no better or worse than anything else in its range, although I hasten to add that its range is not the upper range, or even the middle range. I would say that its range is close to the top of the bottom third, which isn't particularly good, but also isn't hopelessly awful. By all means, you could do better. You could do much better, if I'm being honest, and I probably am, but still, you could do significantly worse, so why risk it? Again, I ask, why not that? Poem number 1558, The Shape of Napkins. I think it's a little strange that of the two ways to fold napkins, there doesn't seem to be a preferred or favored way. You can fold them down the middle and have a rectangular shape, or across the diagonal for a triangle shape. But generally, you won't judge someone either positively or negatively for having triangular or rectangular shaped napkins unless you're an unusually judgmental person or unless you have a pathological aversion to a particular napkin shape. This is already more than I wanted to say about the shape of napkins, and I believe it's more than enough. Poem number 1559, The Dogs of Peace. The dogs of peace were a strange lot. Whereas the dogs of war were raring to go more or less as soon as they were let loose, the dogs of peace were lethargic and slow. Whereas the dogs of war were gung-ho about violence and carnage and destruction, the dogs of peace were indifferent to camaraderie and cooperation and reconciliation. Whereas the dogs of war would eat each other alive with relish or mustard or ketchup or whatever condiments were readily available, the dogs of peace were strictly Grey Poupon. Considering all this, it is not surprising that war seems to be the order of the day. In order for that to change, the dogs of peace will really have to wake up and get their shit together. And the last poem of the day, poem number 1560, Q&A. Q. Why didn't the moron jack off on $100? Why did the moron jack off on $100 bill? A. So he could tell his friends he came into some money. Q. Couldn't the moron have simply told his friends that he came into money without jacking off into it? A. Perhaps, but the moron didn't want to lie to his friends. Q. So the moron values honesty over decorum. A. To be fair, the moron, in addition to being a moron, also has a perverse attraction to Benjamin Franklin, who appears on the $100 bill. Q. This is beginning to make sense now. What else can you tell me about the moron? Can you tell me why he jacked off on an alarm clock and then threw it out the window? A. Because he wanted to see time fly, with jizz on it. Q. That makes sense. Thank you for your time. Can we do this again at some point in the future? A. Certainly. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.